is gone. He looks down at the toe of the bats. Caught by Birdsall for one. It's 2 for 1. It really is. It was a length ball, probably a little bit fuller than I think Wasim thought. Was it there for the pull shot?
It was the back of the length a bit fuller, but talking about Mohammad Wasim, he can score shot off any ball.
But I suppose my point here, Paresh, is that he's working against every force of that delivery, isn't he? The ball is shaping away. It's a bit fuller than a nice pullable length. And as a consequence, we know how well he plays into the leg side. It's just not the right option. And maybe that pressure built up by Figgy has paid on the captain. Sharafu's to the crease. They won't run one to Dipender Singh Iree, who picks up cleanly. But great news for the UAE. It looks like it was probably just a bruise of that shoulder as he landed on the rope. He's fit to bat. So wicket taking over for Cami, and UAE are in an early spot of bother, 2 for 1. Bit of irony, isn't there? I was telling that little story of Mohammad Wasim saying, "Where are the 12th player for Nepal today?" He was only having fun, so please don't get. So we're going to see the ICC Under-19 World Cup as he will finally get a T20I run to his name and probably. A sigh of relief. You can almost visibly see it, can't you, at the non-striker's end. Can catch up, and he's a very special young player, but he's just finding it difficult. It always is a step back up to international cricket.
He opens his account on the 10th ball that he's faced. 9 dot balls before this. Played a maiden over the first over. Bit of nerves for Jonathan Piggy.
Really quietly has bowled exceptionally well, not just here, but in that Unity Cup against the West Indies, the series victory, that historic series win. Probably not quite getting the runs he would like at the moment, but his bowling and his fielding's better than it's ever been. He's a big part of this Nepal side.
Just trying to give himself room. Sharafu opens his account with a single down to long on. UAE under pressure because the big wicket.
Down the track, that's a bit more like it for Figgy. Yeah, Iree looks in complete control of his bowling at the moment. Looks very happy with where his game is at, and he's very comfortable bowling the power play with just 2 fielders out. You can also bowl then at the death too.
That is the good point of Dipender Singh Iree. He can open the bowling, he can come in middle overs, he can bowl in the death overs as well.
Chip towards long on. Fielder runs around, goes wide to his right, and I think it's going to go all the way. Dipender Singh Iree will have felt as though he was in the game. It was a slightly chancy stroke from Sharif, who came off the inside half of the bat, but he got enough of it to get 6.
Even though it came inside half of the bat, it was played away from the fielder at long on, wide long on, just over the boundary line. 6 to finish the third over. 9 runs coming off it. UAE are 11 for 1.
More like it from the UAE. They'll need to show intent in this power play. Yeah, make no mistake, this is not an over par score. We don't see anything on the surface. We didn't get any indication from Anoop, the head groundsman here, that he felt this would be anything but a pretty decent track. And for me, it's looked exactly that. It's looked like a good playing surface. I thought the UAE bowled and indeed fielded really, really well. But Nepal's strength in this series, Nepal's strength against the West Indies in that Unity Cup, their strength in recent times has been their fielding and their bowling. So if they're going to win this contest, it's going to be their performance now in the second innings that will do it for them. There's plenty of quality in this Emirati batting lineup, even without Mohammad Wasim. As a change of angle is going to take place for Camille, come around the wicket now. Nearly cleans up Jonathan Figgy, who continues to struggle.
The last ball he drove off so Balkani was a good, confident-looking shot by Figgy. This time around, he fishes outside the off stump. The ball missing the off stump through to the keeper, Asif Sheikh.
So nearly cleans him up. Figgy just can't get anything going. Lots of pressure building on the young man. Just tell you a little bit more about him. Yeah, went over to Winchester College, debuted in that ODI series just at the age of 18, went to South Africa for the Under-19 World Cup, made a century down there, the first ever UAE player to do so at any global ICC event. And then, well, he drifted away from the game, always had the passion for it, but went kind of out of favour in terms of selection in a difficult period for UAE. He arrived down the leg side, and then it was the ILT20 development tournament where he was the highest scorer, 273 runs across it, that has kind of pushed him back into the international reckoning. It's probably fair to say that he's more of an ODI player than a T20 player, but he definitely deserves his chance back in with all the problems that UAE have in the ODI format. You'd imagine he's surely got to be given his chance there. The problem is here, needing 7 and over right from the off, you can't afford to be 3 off 14 unless you catch up.
He has to catch up. It shows that in the start he was pretty nerve, making a T20I debut for UAE.
Both him and Ethan D'Souza, who's a great friend of his from the Abu Dhabi Emirates. Another one that Figgy's missed out on and not given as a wide. Was there some contact with something there? 3 off 15 now.
He has to get a move on. The current rate is under 4 runs per over. The required is getting